This podcast is powered by The Plug.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you or your company are looking to jump into the podcast world, now is the time. The Plug Agency is here to connect you to the full power of podcasting. You just record and leave the rest to us. The people are listening and want to hear from you. Theplug-agency.com. That's theplug-agency.com. Click the link in the episode description for an exclusive offer.
Enjoy. Hey, tribe. Welcome to It's About Us, Living Life on Purpose with Tonya. Man, we have a dynamic show on today. I'm so excited to have some influencers in the building today. Look. Yes, it's Weeze and Key. And they have about 2.8 million followers. So I'm just over the moon about having them here. We also have a boss, the CEO and founder of the first the
first mobile tech app.
Yeah,
mobile tech app ever. You know, it just happens to be black owned.
Right.
But it's the first ever.
So we have some bosses in the house, and you know, like always, I am here to illuminate. I am here to showcase and show out folks that are doing great things in our community, for us, by us. So I'm excited. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hand this over to Greg Delaney, the boss. Tell us about what's going on with you, Greg.
Well, we have been blessed and in a position where we've created the first mobile tech app in the beauty industry. This is literally a game changer. It's to the beauty industry what Uber was to the taxis. It's going to change a lot of things. And what it is it's an on-demand service that you could get via app using your phone. So it's literally like the Lyft, the Uber, or the on-demand services of beauty. And they come to your home, location, wherever you are, and tighten you up, whether it be, you know, any beauty services for the women, nails, lashes, makeup, extensions, braids, whatever it is. For the men, it's the cuts, the shaves, and things of that nature. So with it being the very first, you know, we're blessed to be in this position and to make it work. So, yeah.
How can one watching this, how can they get in touch? How can they get connected with Custom Cuts?
Man, they need to get to the mobile app. So just get to your what is your app stores? We're on iOS and, you know, Android. So yeah, iTunes for the iPhone users and Google Play Store for everything. Obviously, these guys know. Like, so just get into that app store and get on there. And the thing about it is that it's free. Right, so there's no monthly fees for the clients or for the barbers or beauticians. We don't take any money from the barbers or beauticians. You set your own prices, and we literally just provide clients. We're a client portal for a lot of beauticians and stylists, makeup artists, cosmetologists. That's exactly what we do. We provide you clients, and it's free, and you have the option to go to them or for them to come to you. So the app is developed. I mean, it's all the way out, and it's actually making a lot of traction in Houston right now, even though it was launched in Colorado originally. So, yeah, we're taking one step at a time, but we are getting a lot of exposure. And it's just the convenience of being able to go anywhere at any time, log onto this app, and find beauticians and stylists in your area who could come to you, or you could go to them and actually review their work and pay through the app. So there's no cash exchange. You know, just it's a lot of securities to it, but it's the convenience. Because at this point, you know, we're all superstars in a sense. You know, you have people like the young team who's with me now who they do TikToks. Like, they didn't have to leave their home to make money.
Absolutely.
And we want this convenience because why not be able to have it, you know, where we're at. And this is what we've done. So it's a beautiful thing.
And also with this app, we are creating entrepreneurs, right? Creating avenues and opportunities to do your own thing. There's no brick and there's no mortar. My gosh, it's just going to be big, guys.
Think about it like this, right? So when we talk about like we're creating opportunities, you're literally in charge of your own schedule. I mean, that's how Uber became so famous, because it was your car, your time, your schedule. When you wanted to work, you worked. When you didn't, you turned it off. It's the same with this app. You know, when you want to do hair, you turn it on. And it's your style, your clippers, your makeup. You go do it if you want to, and if you don't, then you don't have to do it. But you also are your own boss. Once again, you know, you set your own schedule. You move when you want to. And you could travel to any other state because you're working from a mobile app and still be able to provide your services no matter where you touch down.
I love it.
Come on now.
I love
a game
it.
changer.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And that's what we're trying to do. And we could use some influencers to kind of push that whole thing forward.
No, definitely. We got that. You said Houston, that's where we live. So I didn't even,
You live in Houston.
yeah, we just moved out there.
Well, here's the great part. So did we say that we're marketing nationally as well? So anytime that we have an opportunity to create any production with anyone, we actually circulate that nationally as well. So, you know, for influencers who may need a little more exposure, you know, not that y'all need it, but we sure it would help.
Oh, no, we definitely.
Absolutely. And I got a hold of them, and they actually downloaded the app, and so it's on, it's popping. I have this thing. We gonna continue to push and pray.
Push and pray.
That's what we doing with this thing. You know what I mean? And it's all about, it's our time. I think that right now, anything that we're going to do, anything that you're going to do, it's time to do it. You know what I mean? It's our time. It is about us. And so I'm elated. I'm just over the moon about having you guys in studio. Thank you so much, Greg. I'm also an investor. I kind of keep it quiet. I'm not, but it was a wonderful opportunity, and I know it was not my thing, but it was a God thing. You know what I mean? It presented itself, and I was just like, wow, okay, this is what, this is another thing that I'm going to be doing. So I'm honored to be on your team. I'm honored to be on.
Well, it's a hell of a business model. It's
Absolutely.
a beautiful business model. So, if you are interested in investing in something of that nature, you may want to reach out to customcutsmobile@gmail.com, because this is a Black-owned, Black establishment. We're going to do it ourselves. And we're going to pull it from the grassroots, and we're going to be able to support our community. We'll be able to put money back into our children, our youth, and those who help build what our culture is. And that's why, when we talk about the brick and mortars, and I didn't mean to kind of run off on it, but when we talk about the brick and mortars and things holding you back, I love the fact that the youth and the young folks have figured out another way for them to make their money.
Absolutely.
This is not what the college education has to look like for somebody to provide for their family. And then you're not out there taking risks. This is what we want to do. We want to put the power back in the hands, and you be able to control your destiny. You be able to be there for your family. You work when you want to and don't have to pay booth rent or brick and mortar rent fees and things. This is back to you. It's all your money. How bad do you want it? Because now it's up to you.
Absolutely.
That's what we love about it.
Wonderful. Yeah.
No, that's
Hey,
right. That's
yes. Well, hey, influencers.
Hey.
We have the influence in the building. Listen, I want you guys to just flow. Just tell us how you started. Again, they have 2.8 million followers on TikTok, and I'm going to let them tell you guys about the other media platforms and just kind of what they're doing in our community. So I'm going to just shoot it over there to you guys, and whichever one want to talk, let's get it.
Well, we started from during COVID.
Well, what's your name? Where you at? What?
My name is Louisa.
My name is Keyshawn, but they call me Key.
Yep.
And like she said.
And we started TikTok during COVID.
Yep.
And we were just bored, wanted to make a TikTok. And the first video we made, I think, hit like 500K. And people just wanted to keep seeing us. So kept making videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
I was in college at the time, and I had dropped out of college, started making videos full time pretty much. And my friends, they was doing it as well, so we just kind of hopped on the wave, and we're all just full time making videos. We weren't even really getting paid back then. It was just doing it, kind of seeing where it was going, and then we started getting more exposure, like on other platforms, on Instagram, or getting text, Snapchat, World Star, posting our videos, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just more people posting us, and we're getting like, you know, followers. We're growing on Instagram, but also for YouTube and just like all our platforms all around. And then we started kind of going out more, noticing people would kind of notice us, and be like, you know, so it kind of started to change a little bit once people started to notice us. It's like now people kind of see what we're doing, even like, you know, local people in our neighborhood, police officers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh yeah, I watch your videos and stuff like that.
Now, following us around, trying to get our attention.
So my question to you is, because this is what everybody wants to know, how did it feel the minute that you realized things had changed? Like, was there a certain point that you realized things had changed? Like, how did it feel?
I feel like I say
it was when people started noticing us, where we're like, oh, like we feel like, oh, we're still normal people. You
even
know?
like sometimes on the normal, like, I be forgetting, and then I'll walk, and then somebody be like, and I'm thinking, you know, like, oh, they're tripping or something. And they're like, oh no, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that is me.
Right.
Sometimes I be,
That is me.
Yeah, I be forgetting.
I might be a little famous. So,
Yeah.
I'd be still doing my normal stuff. I don't be realizing just because, you know, I'm at home. It's not like it's in person. But then once at this time too, we were like, we lived in Greeley, you know. So, this was where my college was, so we didn't live in like the nicest neighborhood or whatever. But from there, you know, we moved to Atlanta, and as we were starting to travel more, that's when we really see like fans and stuff. Especially when you go to different states, we can really see like more people would recognize us, and just the love and stuff would be different.
The young people notice y'all because they would tell me, you know, your family, you know, your cousin is TikTok famous. I'm like, really?
No, it's the older people too.
The older people too.
They were telling me.
They'll surprise you.
Yeah, it was this little kid that had his dad had him hold the phone for him to take a picture. I thought we were gonna take a picture with the little kid, but it was with the older man.
Hey man, old people don't sleep. Let me tell you what we do at night. We scrolling and watching TikTok videos like like and share.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So how does it feel to be an influencer? Or was that ever on your radar? Right. So did you ever think that this would be? It was just kind of popped out of nowhere, and we liked it, so kept going on.
It was more just, for me, it was really just, I had a mindset, I just didn't want to work a job, pretty much, and I wasn't going to work a job no more. I used to do like trading and stuff like that, figuring it out. I was in college, and then like, once I seen this, oh yeah, you can make money from this, we just going to do this, you know.
And it's innate, and to the point that you made, that some young people, right? They see that that's not the course. That's not the way. Right. And not everybody, it's not for everybody. And I think that is awesome, and it's dope that, you know what I'm saying, that you guys are saying, well, this is not the way. I'm doing it legitimately. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, hurting nobody. I'm not robbing, stealing, but I'm still making money. And I think that that's just awesome. You know what I'm saying, that you guys are saying, no, this is not. And it's not for everybody. But you know what? I remember being on a job and crying, right? I went to work one day and I just started crying. I felt like I was in a box. I felt like I was smothering, like I couldn't breathe, and I just was crying, and I was trying to understand what was going on. But I knew then that wasn't for me, that corporate box just was not for me. And on my mother's deathbed, she told me, allow no one to put you in a box. And I think about that from time to time, and I'll be like, wow, not even me. So I won't even allow myself to put myself in a box. So I think that that's really dope. You know what I'm saying? And everybody doesn't possess that. But it's really dope that you do.
But you know, the great thing about it is that when you do have it, because right now the culture has changed so much that, keep in mind, the influencers that come from platforms like TikTok and Instagram, they are the ones who are now famous. They're the new comedians. They're the ones, that's literally where they're going to expose talent. Like, you know, these TikTok, well, some of the stars have even came from that. You know, people who are up and coming now has come from those platforms. So it's not just a medium anymore for you to just kind of express yourself, but it's really a way to get exposed to.
And get put on, pretty much.
To get put on, period. Because once they start sharing your videos and the world likes you, that's where the money comes in, right? Because they want to invest in you.
Right.
So much easier nowadays.
Absolutely.
It makes it, a lot easier.
But you got to be good at it, though.
Yeah. It also depends on what you do. Because like I said, it's not, it's definitely not for everybody, I'd say, but even along the lines of just working, you got to come to that, like you said, you came to that realization of, this isn't for me. When you get to that point, because there's a lot of people who are at that point right now, but it's like, even when they get there, they don't know, like, what to do, they only know a job, that's the only way you've been taught that you can make money, or that money is made or whatever, when that's not the reality, but that's just the only way you know. So when you got it kind of like that, or even opportunities like, the barbershop app that you create and stuff like that, well, that can take somebody from working a regular 9 to 5 and now they're full-time cutting hair as an entrepreneur or whatever on their own. Whereas they didn't have those type of avenues before. They've never been taught that. And now.
So I thank God for my podcast. I thank God for a avenue, a conduit by which these things can be shared, right? I'm just so, because I'm an old schooler, so I would be considered an elder, right? I would be considered, but I'm still.
Elder. You would be an OG.
Okay, I'm old.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, OG,
I like
not
that.
an elder.
That's
That's what we call you when you in church with the big hat on in the front.
So
Like,
OG in the
silly.
front.
See,
you an OG.
I'm an OG, and I like it. I like it. I like having a platform, right, and shedding light, right, illuminating you guys, illuminating us, because we matter, right, and it is about us. It is about us. I told him on the last show that imagine a person feeling needed, wanted, necessary. How much more would they push, right? If they're feeling like, like you matter, like what you do,
Matters.
and someone saying, yo,
Makes
I
a difference.
appreciate what you do. I see you. I've gotten calls from women and people that I've interviewed just thanking me, like, thank you for seeing me. I'm just like, wow. And I thank God for the ability and the wherewithal to see people, you know what I mean? And to allow them, like I said, this platform to be seen, to be heard, because you guys are making a difference.
Yeah, and we're grateful for you too, because it's the people like you who actually put the effort together, because nobody really knows what goes into this work, your schedule, and how much you put in. So we really appreciate you as well, because without these avenues, what are we? And everybody, most people just want to find their purpose. And if when you give us that purpose, you give us opportunity to express ourselves. I mean, this is very important. So we don't want you to by any means not take your flowers with you, because this is something. And I mean, keep in mind, I would have never had the opportunity to be around these talented young folks. But now I do, and I get to take a picture and send it to my daughter, and my grandbaby's gonna be like, oh, this is very important. So thank you for being that conduit, and thank you for continuing to be this obedient, man, because you're amazing as well, and always OG, never elder.
All right.
Always older. You too fine to be an elder. Stop playing.
Oh, Lord. Anything, look, influences, anything you want to share with the people, anything you want to say to the people, encouraging words, anything.
Encouraging words. Consistency.
Yeah,
is key.
consistency is key.
That's all I say.
Just keep going. No matter how tired you are, no matter how annoying it is, you gotta keep going.
You also know what you're working towards. I
Yeah.
say too, because
Have a
consistency
goal.
would, it's about what you're being consistent with. You can be consistent and
Wow, say
go to
that.
work,
I like it.
yeah,
I like it, Key.
going to work or consistent in whatever,
Always
we
have
want to get
new
into,
goals.
but different things, or be consistent in something that can actually benefit you in the future, even if it's long term, short term, whatever. But it'll make an actual difference compared to you being consistent every day, 9 to 5. That can only get you so far in the job. Whereas, but you being consistent, the stuff that you're doing on your free time, or the stuff that you're doing on your own, or you're not at work or whatever, that's what's gonna set you up.
It doesn't seem, it doesn't. So my main objective is to have you take a look at your purpose, right? This is it, right? On this side of life. So this is the dress rehearsal. This is the show. This is the, you know what I'm saying? This is it. So do what you do. Believe in yourself, right? And sometimes we get so caught up in what other people see, feel, and think about what we're doing that we get stagnated, with our own dreams. I think about Harriet Tubman, who is one of the dopest ancestors. Now, I never met her, but I can hear her almost. She was free, but she kept going back to get those, right? She was so cold that when she got somebody that didn't believe in the vision, she said, I'm going to have to kill you because I can't let you go back and jeopardize the mission. And so how many people were free because of that, right? Because she knew her purpose. And that's what motivates you. When you know your purpose, even when the down days, the disappointments, oh my God, the people not supporting you, you know what I'm saying? If you know your purpose, that is what gets you up in the morning and keeps you going, right? When you know your purpose, when you have a purpose, and understanding that your purpose is important. Your purpose is valuable. No matter what anyone else sees, feels, or thinks about that. Stay focused and finding out what your purpose is. And sometimes someone told me that their purpose has changed. And I'm like, okay. Even with that. If your purpose changed, keep on moving. Keep on going. And I tell you, it's going to be some crazy times, some hard times, some lonely times. You know, when you think, oh my God, nobody understands. There's so many times that, you know, I wake up and I'm just in tears because I'm like, God, who understands? Who can I call? Who can I talk to about, you know, this, that, or the other thing? You know what I mean? If I don't make it, if I don't get it, it don't get got, right? So, you know, I don't know. I'm just here to, like I said, to encourage and to
make a difference.
Make a difference and shine the light. You know what I'm saying? And the only way light can be really effective is in a dark place, right? So that's kind of like the dope part too. So like you got to go into some dark places, right? To kind of shine the light, and pull people and pull people out. We just have to know that it's we can no longer be under that false narrative that it's me, my four, and no more, right? As long as me and mine are surviving, we good. It's insane. Ooh, he said it. The young people.
That's what they're going.
Yeah, it's because it's not sustainable. Yeah, right. It's not sustainable.
Or I mean, mine is mine, yours is not. We need to be
exactly
together.
That's collective. Having a collaborative, right? So that we can work. You know, back in the day, right? They used to barter, right? Before this nasty exchange of money, which is an illusion, and that's a whole nother show and a whole nother workshop.
Get into it.
But they would barter, right? So if I'm a baker and you're a builder, we always gonna eat and we always gonna have some place to stay.
Because if the money go, what you gonna do?
You see what I'm saying?
What you gonna do?
See, so
they just printing it. They just printing it. That's all they doing is printing it. So yes, as soon as we change the narrative, right? Unlearn some of the things that we've been taught, right? Unlearn, that's the one. Right?
Yeah, we have to unlearn some of those things, and change the narrative. We have to write our own story because we're capable. You're right. We can write our own story.
Definitely, that's what I had to learn for sure. Unlearn some of the things that was taught. Almost everything you would want to say, but just a lot of stuff. Yeah, you gotta, because you don't even know. But you know, when you're young, you just it's just getting put into your head. You know, so you don't even you're growing up unconsciously. You know, not even really thinking about it. But now,
I think it's something. It's something innate, though. I think it's something like in your knowing, right? Something in your spirit, man, right? That knows, that bears witness. So even if you're not getting it, you kind of know, like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, so the American dream, go to college, get a house and a picket fence and a dog and da-da-da-da-da. But something in you, right? So it would have had to have been in there, right? Said, not so much.
Yeah, no. Right. We need more than that.
And even the American dream that they pitching is like, it's not. That is not the dream.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Is the exact opposite.
I love it. I love it.
That's the cycle right there. I say that's the cycle.
That's what they want everybody else to do.
Work job, do this.
Because that's what's taught, right? They teach you in school to get in that.
Because they never
you work
teach
for
you
somebody
how to make money.
They don't teach you how to work for yourself. That's one thing. So you gotta go find that.
Even my college professors, I was asking them, "How are you a business professor and you don't have a business?"
Ooh,
yeah.
I just wanted to know. When he was telling me, he had, I had businesses in the past and some, but it's like, either way, like, why would I trust your word? Because obviously, whatever you were doing, it wasn't successful. You know what I'm saying? So how can I trust you? Right, you're here.
Wow.
Like, I don't care what you say. You can't tell me you want to teach and you love to teach. Nobody likes to make $30,000 a year. and let's deal with a bunch of kids that don't care about you and grade a bunch of papers.
Wow.
Nobody wants to do that. Because if you could make that same money and be traveling, you would. So that tells me right there. You don't wanna
Wow.
be here.
Young people, I absolutely love it. He said he was in a business class, right? He was teaching business, but he didn't have a business. And he asked the question, how are you teaching business and you don't have a business? Wow.
Well, so and I do have to play devil's advocate for that, right?
Okay.
And
I like it.
And I play the devil's advocate because if he had a business previously and lost it, and now he's teaching, you may
Okay.
not be able to tell me how to run a successful business, but you could tell me how not to fail.
Okay.
Right? Right?
Was that-
I could see that. I could see that. But also, within the teaching, it's like, that's what you could tell me, but that's not what you're telling me. You're telling me what's in this book.
Which is why we ain't listening to him.
Exactly. Which is why I'm
point
right. Because you could tell me that. Oh yeah, what I'm saying, you could be real. That's why I want to. I'd rather you be real and be like, okay, yeah, I had a business. This what happened. You know what I'm saying? This because I know there's stuff that goes,
Sure.
ins and out. My dad been an entrepreneur his whole life, so I know there's stuff that comes with it. But in the day, you're not telling me none of that. You're telling me the GOP, whatever. You telling me follow these recipes and all this, but that's not telling me.
But see, what they never
need to know.
what they can't teach you, and what they don't have access to, is to understand how to motivate your passion and your drive, how to inspire you to get out of bed and do what they consider the definition of insanity. Get up every day and do the exact same thing and expect something to change. But that's exactly as a business owner, as an entrepreneur that you do. You get up every day and you do the exact same thing, expecting for it to change, because that is what it is, because consistency.
But the possibility of it changing is also, it's actually there.
Exactly.
That's the difference. The possibility of it changing, it takes one day or one person. You can meet somebody tomorrow and change your life.
Hey, Jay-Z said you only have to win once.
Right.
You can tell a million times, you only have to win once.
I think the thing is that when a lot of people, or when they kind of get trapped into even school, or trapped into your job, your main focus is your job or whatever, then you miss your opportunity. But that's where a lot of people are like, you missing opportunity. There's opportunities you're missing. You could be, how you want to be an artist or whatever. Somebody was just, a producer was just here down the street at the coffee shop, but instead you was at work, or you was, you had to do some of your other opportunities where you had missed that. So it's like,
Wow.
lack of opportunity is how a lot of people get stuck.
Right. And my definition of success is when opportunity and readiness meet.
And
Right?
you're ready, huh?
Then you have success because you're ready.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're
even to get
prepared.
Yeah, you gotta be
You're
able. You gotta have
prepared.
that time to get prepared.
Right. You're prepared and the opportunity presents itself and now you have success.
Yeah, man. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Stay
5
prepared.
P's.
Stay prepared.
I absolutely love it. I tell you, young people never cease to amaze me. You guys know that young people are my business. It's what I've been doing for over 30 years. And so to, just to listen, because we had a show and we talked about building. It is also one of my things is to build that bridge that I think has been broken between y'all's generation and us, right? Because there's definitely it's not connected, right? There's been a breach, and I so want to
A big breach.
build that breach, right? And heal and mend that breach because it's necessary. We need you guys, you know what I'm saying? And you guys need us for wisdom.
Right.
And so we oftentimes talk about that. We have talked about that on our show. Are you guys listening? Are you willing to listen? And then us as the OGs, because I started to say elders, us as the OGs, are we willing to hear what you guys have to say? Because a lot of times we're like, them young kids, they can't tell us nothing. Well, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You in an 8-track world trying to operate on an 8-track, and y'all are
iPhone.
right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Wireless and
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And some of the OGs are operating on an 8-track and it's just not working.
Right.
And so we need to be able to hear, and you guys need to be able to listen,
right,
and to have some, some respect. And I think that young people nowadays don't feel heard in a lot of ways, and so
no, and I believe that they don't. But we got to take the responsibility for that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, and so what I say is I'm happy that there's a disconnect between the youth and our era right now, because we were the crack era, the crackheads and the mothers and children who had these babies now that are now fathers and mothers. But what they're doing is that they're probably more responsible than our era was, because they don't want to do it again. You know what I mean? And to be there's a lot of disconnects, granted. But what I'm proud about is I'm proud to see that our crackhead eras didn't mess them up all the way. Now, granted, there's a lot of them that's still misguided, but there's a lot of them who are inspired by not being what their daddy and their mother was.
That's true.
Well, I oftentimes hear my sons, who I thank God for, and I say they're my sons, SUN, right? Because they tell me all the time, Mom, the women that we encounter, because I was really hard, and I still am. I know the times has changed, but in my world, the rules remain the same, only by way of honor and respect and those kinds of things, right? So I have a son that asked the father of one of the girls that he wanted to date. He asked her father. This guy was blown away. First of all, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, respect. Right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the father himself was like, where they do that at? And so I only have sons. I don't have any girls. Right. So, what I taught them, and then so to hear them, right, to hear their perspective, sometimes I just have to be quiet and just listen. Because I say, if you can't treat a lady like a lady, then that's not who you need to be with, right? So I had a son one time, was in a car, and I pull up, and I'm like, what y'all doing in that car? And he said, and I got on him. He was like, Mom, that's not the chick that I would take to a hotel. So I was offended, right? But I had to listen, right? That's not that girl, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just open, and I think that some things should remain the same, like Absolutely. Honor and respect, like staying in integrity, right? And being a man or a woman of your word, irregardless to the fact that the world, generally speaking, has done away with that. But I don't know, to be a gentleman, to be so, and I'm not gonna say that online, but you know what happened, right? Yeah. And for my I'm gonna let, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let karma. I'm gonna let, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a bridge that does need to be, because we have so much that we could learn from you guys. Or I'll go so far as I'll use the I statement. I'll say I have so much that I need to learn and to glean, and there's so much wisdom that I have that you guys could use that will help you. You see what I'm saying? I'm glad that you guys, like I said, it is so dope to hear you say, like, nah, that doesn't work for me, and that's okay. Or I hear kids say now, listen, I am not my grandmother. You ain't doing no spitting in my face and all of that. No, we ain't going for that.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Get somewhere and sit down, Karen. Right. You know what I mean? So I get that. I get that. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of wisdom to be had. There's a lot of wisdom to be gotten. And I just, like I said, I just really would love to have, just a closer working relationship with you guys. Yeah. When you guys come over, it's fun. You guys know that there's certain things that are not going to be done, right? And that's y'all's respect, right? That you have for me, but you're in a safe environment. It ain't gonna, you know what it is. Ain't no cussing and fussing and drugs and all that. It's just not. That's not the environment. And I don't judge nobody, but I'm going to tell you the truth about it. I'm going to tell you when you're wrong. I'm going to honor you and big up you when you're right, but I'm going to be there for it all, right?
You know what I would love to see, and I agree with what you're saying with the youth, but I think that I would really love to see someone with you, like how you are and the way that you raised those sons. They were raised that way because they had that influence, because you were that influence in their life. And I think that that's where a lot of the youth are getting misguided. It's not about the people who have the wisdom and the knowledge that they don't have access to. It's the fact that it's not abundant. So what I even mentioned on the Brother Jeff show is he asked me, if you could go to these schools and teach these kids, do you think things would be different? And I told him no. He was surprised to hear me when I said no. I said, I don't want the kids. Give me their fathers. Because what happens when we give them these wisdom and they go home and their mothers is with an OnlyFans page and in the club all the time, and that's how you were raised, and that's what their daughters do. When your dad's a drug addict and a gangbanger and a thug, and he been beating on his women the whole life, that's as a son, that's what you learn. See, for me, I think that all of this that we have, these gifts, is that it would be so much more useful if we could get their parents, if we could teach our peers to give this information to their children where they could get it from us in the streets and still get it from home, still pick up that phone and still get it. I think that that's where a lot of our energy has been misguided, because we shooting for them, but how could they respect you if they don't respect their mother?
Right.
I get
That's
that.
what I was gonna say too. Like even even going like for the parents, that kid, it's kind of still, because a lot of these kids nowadays, they don't care what their parents.
Exactly.
You gotta tell they grown. You can't tell. I got a kid of my own. How you trying to tell me what to do? That's how they seeing it.
But their parents probably raised them to be that way.
Right.
That's probably how their parents.
They got it from, but still, when they got it from them compared to now that they got it, they older, they got all this pride or this whatever you want to call it. It's kind of, I think it's still both ways. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get to them directly, and then also because a lot of these new kids or whatever, all these new mothers, fathers, whatever, they don't know how to be a mother. This is the first time. Right?
There ain't no blueprint to it. You'll never know.
I'm saying they don't know, but also I'm saying like they really don't know. They really don't know. Like you just graduated. You was eating school lunch last year,
brother.
Now
you preaching to
now
the
you
choir.
got a baby.
I was 16 years old with a baby, so yeah, no, I'm not the one.
Right.
I didn't know shit. I'm still learning, teacher. My daughter's 30. We're going to still continue to learn.
Right. I love it. I love the conversation. I love the back and forth with it. And I also agree that's been my life's work. You know what I'm saying? Doing therapy with my girls, right? Creating a program that not only did I did everything. I housed them. I poured into them because I knew that just doing therapy with them, or they had to go back home, right, to parents that didn't have that therapy, right, wasn't working on themselves. And so I created a space that I could be that for them. So it's really important, but we have to do what we have to do, because like I said, these parents, they hard-headed. Like he said, they ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? So for those that can, do it. Yes, but I'm going for I'm shooting for y'all. I'm shooting for y'all, for real.
For you too.
Hey, I like it. Yeah, I'm getting it. Yep. Well, oh my gosh. So listen, out there, if you guys have any questions, concerns, anything that you want to ask the folks that are in studio, you guys can put it in the chat or put it somewhere, and then we'll answer it, which means you guys are going to have to come back.
I'll have to come back
and get your answers to your questions. I want you guys to please keep an eye out for Custom Cuts. We move and we shake and we doing our thing. And it's an opportunity to get rich, right? It's an opportunity to be your own boss. It's an opportunity to gain wealth. It's your opportunity. So I'm looking for just a great influx of information that wants to be gotten. Subscribe to the podcast. Click, tag, share. Yeah, but definitely subscribe, because we're gonna also have other guests, and we're gonna keep on doing what we're doing. We're gonna keep on illuminating those folks that are in the community, that are movers, that are shakers, that are doing things, that actually love their community unapologetically. We're gonna be talking with these influencers some more. because I love it. I absolutely love it. They are the future. And if we don't invest in our future, what in the world is the future going to be like if we don't invest? You know what I'm saying? If we don't hold these young people up and support them in the things that they're doing, because God knows they could be doing so many other things. And so I just want to let y'all know that I'm proud of you. I see
Absolutely.
you. I see you. I see you. And the fact that there's some familiar blood flowing it's just dope. It's just dope. And Weez, you been there. Y'all been doing y'all thing. They also are a couple. So just so that y'all know, they not just that's like Batman and Robin over here or something.
If you seen it, you know. If they seen, they know. They know.
Yeah, they are. Look, wait, 2.8 million.
Right.
You know what it is. It's look. So I'm preaching to the choir, but thank you guys for being in studio. So y'all look out for them, and they're gonna be big up in. It's about us, right? Living life on purpose with me.
We'll be back too.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
You can go follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Key and Weez. YouTube at Key and Weez. Instagram at Funny Key. And what's your Instagram?
He's a bad bit.
Oh, he's a what? You see, she looked at me and was like, "He's a bit." What? Say it. What is?
You're supposed to say like it's a bad bit.
It's a bad.
Yeah,
you know.
And they have an event coming up.
Oh,
Keyshawn, tell us about the event.
I'm having wait, hold on, pull out my card in my pocket. It's a 21 plus event, but we got Y&J and Louis Ray coming out to Denver May 21st. So if you're in the city, you're over 21, you're looking to have a good time. You don't want to miss out.
All right, we have an event coming up.
There is.
Tell us about the fabulous event that's coming up.
So we have the first Black Beauty Expo that is going to be also tied in with the second annual poetry retreat, where the world famous Deadly Pens will be putting on a performance, an amazing show, and they're going to come from around the world to do so. But we're also going to do this Black Beauty Expo under the stars. It's going to be poetry under the stars. We're going to have vendors set up, DJs, live music. It's going to be a epic event. It's going to be Black excellence at its finest. The art, the craft, the music, the vibe, the people. And we're going to put it out there in DTC under the stars and just vibe out for an evening. And sunsets and sundresses is going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Sunsets and sundresses.
Come on now. What did you hear the voice? Sunsets and sundresses. That's what you got to do, man.
It's going to be fabulous. So please come and support these events that are coming. And it's for you. It's for us. It's a time for us to put on some clothes and just vibe out. Yeah, have a good time, dance, and listen to some poetry and listen to some music and just do what we do.
Network.
The young people, networking, because it's gonna be epic.
Oh,
it's going to be epic.
Make sure you're networking.
There's going to be money in the building.
It's gonna be money in the building. It's gonna be bosses in the building. So yeah, come on, and support young people. Come on out and support Key and Weez's event. No violence, no nonsense, no shenanigans.
Oh yeah, no. Well, if you do, we got the best security in the state. So,
Yep.
So y'all
try it if you want to.
you'll be don't though.
Don't though. But
Don't.
if you really want to, go to jail.
Right, but
and maybe
don't.
get a little hurt. No,
But don't.
Yeah,
but
no.
don't.
Come
It's
for
good
a
vibes.
good time. Right.
It's gonna be a good vibe.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be thinking about nothing like that. They ain't gonna be
Right.
too worried about.
Yeah, don't come if you want to do that.
Right. Stay home.
Stay at home.
Stay home. And we're telling the folks to come on out and look out for Custom Cuts because we coming for you.
Some cuts.
Yeah, Custom Cuts mobile app in iOS, Play Stores, wherever you can find it. Google. Look, Custom Cuts mobile app. If you're a
Custom Cuts.
beautician or a barber or a cosmetologist, there's two versions of the app. Do the Custom Cuts with a Z, C-U-T-Z. There's a partner side and there's a client side. If you actually are in the industry, do the client side. Do the partner side. Sign all the way up. We'll get you verified. And you do have to be a licensed beautician and barber to be on this app, just so you're aware. You do have to be licensed, so there are no rogue anybody out there just taking money, unless you are a braider or loctician.
Does nail techs have a license too?
Nail techs have to have a license, but if they do braids and locks, then you don't have to be licensed.
Right.
And you could actually be licensed at the age of 16. So if you got a 16-year-old in your house getting on your nerves, send them to school and get them a job.
Absolutely.
Career. Hey, that's a career.
Yeah, that is. That's actually a trade. We teach you the whole trade. You got it.
Absolutely. Well, we love you. Again, always remember to find your purpose. Live your life on purpose, for a purpose. We love you, tribe. Until the next time, see ya. Enjoy.
Yo, it's Julius, and I just made traveling easier with the motorized scooter suitcase. Let me say it again. Motorized scooter suitcase. Yeah, that's right. The luggage has got a built-in electric motor. So the suitcase, I can ride it and glide through the airport or the train station, through downtown, and it all fits in the overhead storage bin. No more crowded terminals trying to say, excuse me, y'all gonna see me gliding through there. I can hop in and off the light rail like it's no problem. I'm not struggling to carry these heavy ass bags of podcast equipment anymore. All you gotta do is just click the link in the episode description that says Smart Suitcase. Click Smart Suitcase and see what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all, it's going to change the way, if you're traveling, this is going to change everything. Click the link. Let's go.